check out my website at ernestinromero.com. Besos, un abrazo para todos ustedes. Bye.
Hi, everyone. This is Rosa from Washington State.
Hi, this is Sonia de la Paz.
This is G5 from Naples, Florida.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Ray Ray from San Antonio, Texas.
Hi, this is Erica with Meant to Be Promotions from San Antonio, Texas.
Hey, this is Juan Man from Burke Burnett.
Hello, this is Hilda M. Peña from HP Promotions.
Hey y'all, this is Laura Cameron from Tampa, Florida.
This is Ruben Hernandez from New Mex Radio.
¿Qué pasa, raza? This is Javier El Gatito Hernandez from New Mex Radio.
Make sure you listen to Karaoke Joe.
Hey, this is Rebecca Denise from the Monday Night Jam Session.
This is Kayla Ulrich from Del Norte, Colorado.
This is the Godfather, Mr. Tom Swag.
Aisha, muévete conmigo.
This is New Mexico's very own Reyes, Lil Ray Montoya, and you're on the mix with Karaoke Joe on Throwdown.
This is Olivia.
Willie.
Parents of the late, great Ernestine Romero.
From Santa Fe, New Mexico.
And I'm in the mix with Karaoke Joe.
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 It's time to throw down. Let's go.
Time to throw down. Let's go.
I'm in the mix with Karaoke Joe. Time to throw down. Let's go.
Time to throw down. Let's go.
Y aquí estoy en el mix con Karaoke Joe.
And I'm in the mix with Karaoke Joe, and it's time to throw down. Let's go.
Let's get it. Let's go.
And I'm in the mix with my brother Karaoke Joe. Time to throw down.
We are in the mix with KJ. Karaoke Joe. Time to throw down. Let's go.
This is Perla Judith, and you're listening to this year's Best Internet Radio Personality winner.
KJ always says, time to throw down. Let's go.
Let's go.
And you're listening to Karaoke Joe on Throwdown Mix.
Time to throw down. Let's go.
All right, guys, it's Karaoke Joe coming to you straight from San Antonio's very own Vic G's TC Radio. And you know what, guys? I stopped doing my Mondays, started doing my Tuesday and Thursday shows out there, but I had to do a special day, guys. I had to do a special day out there because, guys, I've got an amazing friend, artist, coach, player. I can give the list on and on and on. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce y'all to the one and only Nikki Heath. Nikki, can you hear me out there?
Yes. How you guys doing?
I'm super hype about this girl. You know, I was saying in the intro, I could go on and on and on about you. You have been. I have been one of your biggest fans since high school in Sweetwater, Texas, Sweetwater Mustangs, and it hasn't stopped. You haven't slowed down. I was telling you before we started the interview, you know, everything you put your mind to, you've done. So if you could, I know I'm always giving props to you every time you come on one of my shows when I'm doing a show, but if you could give everybody a little background about you and let everybody know who you are and where you're coming from.
All right, so my name is Nikki Heath. I am originally from Sweetwater, Texas, home of the world's largest rattlesnake rondo.
Yeah.
And yeah, went to Sweetwater High School. I played everything in high school: volleyball, basketball, track, even did some softball also. But I got a chance to go play at the next level at Texas Tech. Lady Raider basketball, was part of the national championship team.
Yes.
Yeah. And 4 conference championship teams. I've been writing and doing music since I can remember. Wrote my first song when I was 6 years old. So I've been doing music, writing, performing. Love it just as much as I love to play on the court. I also love to perform on the stage.
Yes. You know, guys, I used to joke around with Nikki when Nikki would, come on the shows, or I'd message her or something like that. And I told her back in high school, the way I saw her, and the guys, I'm not shy about it. I've told y'all numerous times, I was a band nerd. Nobody even know who Joe Casas was back then. You know, maybe my junior and senior year when I started getting up there and, going to competitions and stuff like that. And I would get my trombone, me, Tracy Deadman, we'd go onto the fan side of the Mustang Bowl and we'd do the charge deal. People finally figured out who Joe was, but I was that crazy trombone player. But Nikki, on the other hand, let me just start up before I give all the stuff. Nikki had to been one of the nicest, most humble people I knew in high school. She was open arms with everybody. It didn't matter whether you were an athlete, whether you're on the cool side, on the band nerd side. It didn't matter. She was nice to everybody, and just an amazing person. And you wouldn't have thought, because I know back in the days when we was in high school, it was always the jocks against the nerds, and you wouldn't have thought, if you just saw her walking down the hallway saying hi to everybody, you would never have thought it until you saw her on the court. And she said the sports that she was in, but I used to joke around with her and say that she was all state everything, including all state lunch. Like she must have had a gold lunch tray, guys. How was it? I mean, props going out to your family, to your drive. I mean, all the way back in high school on the sports side of it. What kept you going so? I mean, it seemed like you never took an off season. You were performing all the time when it came to sports.
Yeah. Well, one thing is that, my family has always been very supportive. My grandmother was one of my biggest fans. And she was like a mom to me. Yes. And then my mom, and then of course I have a brother, he's younger. And so our family, they've always been very supportive. I had aunts and uncles and cousins, they all did sports. I can remember going down to Nolan Park, going down to the parks, yes. Going to different parks and just playing against my cousins and playing against different people and playing against, family members that will help us get better. And so they've always been very supportive, but also too, I've always had an inner drive. I always believed that God wanted me to try to be the best that I could be, that God wanted me to be great in everything that I did. And so it's always been one of those deals where anytime I did something, I always try to put it as like, the talents and gifts we have are what God gives us. What we do with those talents and gifts is what we give back to God.
Yes. And then you got to go on to the next level. Of course, everybody knows names like Cheryl Swoops, playing for Texas Tech, the Lady Raiders, and went to the national championship tournament and won. Guys, we all know artists out there. We know Grammy Award winners, the Hanno Music Award winners, All-Star Music Award winners, myself, and Hall of Famer. We've known people like that, but how many of y'all can say you know somebody that has a national championship ring? Like, seriously, how was that? I mean, I know y'all have had a lot of reunions. I saw on your post a while back, y'all had a reunion there in Lubbock. But, I mean, how was it to be at that level, a national championship? Something that Tech hasn't done since. I mean, how does it feel when y'all come back and see each other and see the teams and everything?
It was pretty amazing. It was one of those, once in a lifetime deals. It doesn't happen all the time. It's hard to win a national championship, and it's even harder to win multiple national championships.
Yes.
So I think for us, that team was a very, very, obviously very special team. We had phenomenal coaches. But we all got along so well, and we all believed in each other, and we all in practice. Man, our practices were very intense. I mean, our practices, which it should be, were harder than our games because we were just pushing each other so much, and we just wanted to be great. And the year before that, we lost in the second round of the NCAA tournament. We were like, you know what? Our goal that year was just to get further than we did the year before.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, we just kept winning. Kept winning and just kept playing better.
Yeah.
And it was one of the most rewarding things that I've ever been a part of. One of the most rewarding. And all of those players on that team, they are my sisters.
Yes.
In fact, I call them my sisters.
Oh.
To this day, we all keep in touch. We're all on the same group text together, and it's a sisterhood that will never be forgotten.
Yes. And you walk into that stadium, you walk into the United Spirit Arena, and I mean, there's y'all's pictures out there. The trophy is up there. I mean, that every time I took my kids to watch a basketball game, you know, we'd always see it, and I'd be like, I know that person right there. They're like, yeah, right, Dad. You know, until they got into high school and they saw me tagging you and saying, hey, can you come, you know, do a guest deal over here with the girls and stuff, you know. But they finally saw it then. But you know, you were talking about the practices, and this goes out to. Yeah, guys, we're starting off a little bit on the other side of the music, guys. We're flipping it a little bit, but you're talking about the practices. I know I just saw Coach Deion Sanders with the Colorado Buffaloes just tear into his team after they got that embarrassing loss against Stanford. I mean, they were winning 29-0, and Coach told him, "This is on y'all. This is on us." And he just laid into him, and then he finished off by saying that they played on Friday. This is Friday night, him talking to him, and then he finished off by saying, and by the way, we're practicing tomorrow morning. Have a good night. You know, I mean, you know, some people see Deion, the flashy Deion, you know, and but on the flip side, he's still a coach and a dad, and he's still got to be stern with the team. I mean, how stern was Coach with y'all? I mean, to go all the way to that level, I mean, how Coach had to be able to take y'all to that level.
Right. Yeah, Coach Sharp, Marcia Sharp, you know, she's was a phenomenal coach. You know, she's of course, in the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame, and Naismith Hall. She's in the Hall of Fame, and for a reason. You know, she was at Tech for such a long time, and she really saw the program grow from just a few people in the stands to, like, you know, selling out the Coliseum every game. So she really put her heart and soul into coaching, and she's such a phenomenal coach. She's such a great motivator too. But yes, our practices were very tough. They were intense. But at the same time, you know, you knew that she cared about you, that she loved you. She didn't just see us as just athletes. She saw us as people too.
Yes. And the thing is, you know, I know Texas Tech football, they got a saying now that the Big 12 goes through Lubbock, Texas. I got to add on to that saying the Big 12 does go through Lubbock, Texas, but to get through Lubbock, Texas, you had to drive on Marcia Sharp Highway to get through it.
Yes, Marcia Sharp Freeway. Yes, you do. It's pretty amazing when you think about it.
Yes. You know, I keep tagging you with young basketball, you know, players out there. Of course, Magic, her mom was one of my official sponsors when I first started. And Magic's one of those players that even on off season, she's out there dropping threes, you know, practicing over and over and over. And that's what it takes, you know, to all the kids out there watching or parents out there watching. You got to be able to want to take it to that next level like that. And then, of course, I tagged you on Mia. She plays for the Harlem Globetrotters now.
I saw that. Yeah, I know. That's exciting.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm always trying to give props, you know, to where it all started. And that was with Nikki Heath in high school. You got to take it to another level after college and be able to be that inspiration to so many out there by being on the coach's side. Kind of let us know how that was to take it at that level.
Well, it was great. I really love working with young people. You know, for me, I always love working at the high school level because I've gotten offers to coach at the college level, but I really like working with high school kids to get them ready for the next level. And that's kind of my niche, and that's kind of really where I excel. Because I could coach at the college level, but for me, it's all about getting kids ready for the next level.
Yes.
And I know what it takes to get ready for the next level, so I try to impart that to my kids. You know, whether it's on the court or whether it's in the classroom. You know, taking care of your grades and being a good leader off the court, and you know, being a good citizen, being a part of your community and making a difference, not just on the court. So it's really important, I think, it's all about being not just a great player, but also a great person and a great citizen.
Yes, ma'am. You know, and, you know, going back again on Deion, you know, they've asked him if he would ever coach NFL, and he's like, no, I don't want to coach millionaires. I want to coach students, you know, to where I can be an influence on them. And, you know, and you're doing the same thing at the high school level, trying to get them ready, you know, for the college level. And with the experience you had, I always thought, you know, with Cress, where my kids went to school, on the female side, the girls, everybody's attention was always on the guys. In the industry I'm in with the Tejano industry, it's the same way. Yeah, you hear about Selena, but it's a male-driven industry. And so I always give props to the ladies out there. And that was the reason I always wanted you to be able to go and do a clinic over there in Crest, because the girls never saw it at that level. And I always thought if they were able to get somebody in like yourself with that national championship ring and walk in and say, you know what, with hard work, with persistence, you can get at that level, but you have to work at it, and let them see that, it's not a male dominant. Females can get out there and do it just as much as a man can do it, So
exactly.
I always see you as a big influence to myself. Jumping on the music side, you were also in choir in high school, and you were probably all state there also, guys. I told y'all she was all state.
Yes.
She had this girl had to have 6 different Letterman jackets just to fit all her patches on it. I'm telling you right there.
Yes, I was in choir. I loved it. Miss Montgomery.
Miss Montgomery.
Miss Montgomery was my choir teacher in high school. Of course, Miss Polk came later on, but yeah, Miss Montgomery, she was phenomenal choir teacher. I love music, so getting a chance to be in choir, and then I was in Pop Sensations, which was, she picked the best 12 singers / performers when we went all over Texas performing in different special events and stuff, and it was I loved it. It was amazing.
Yeah, I remember the Pop Sensation. I was in band, I was in jazz band, but I sang at church, and I would sing in my room and stuff, but I never sang in choir. But I always wanted to be a part of Pop Sensation. Guys, for those of y'all that watched Glee back in the days, Pop Sensation was before Glee. Pop Sensation was the start of Glee. And our
yes, it was.
Our Pop Sensation crew was amazing. And Miss Montgomery, she was my teacher for I took music theory and music history, and she was my teacher for that. So yeah, I loved her.
She was phenomenal. Love Mrs. Montgomery.
Now, guys, I said she took everything, and if Nikki would have been in band, she probably would have beat me in first chair trombone, and she would have been all state band also. If I'm blowing you up enough.
I think if I was in band, I would either be playing the drums, or maybe if they had a sax, I'd play the saxophone.
Yeah, see, I was all brass. I start off with trombone. That got boring, so I learned all the brass. And then I heard Kenny G and saw one of his concerts and say, wait, I'm playing the wrong instrument. So I told Mr. Franklin, I need a saxophone, and can you teach me? And he gave me the book and says, here you go learn, And I always say on the music side, Mr. Franklin was my inspiration because my senior year, we had heard the Airmen and Note, the jazz Air Force Jazz Band, had played the song "Can You Read My Mind," and everybody knows I'm a Superman crazy. And I took it to him and I said, "Sir, I want to play this," and he goes, "Okay, here's the cassette." He goes, "No, I want to play this song," and he goes, "Okay, here's the cassette. Go listen to it, sit at the piano, and write it." And he made me do that, and he made me take it to that next level. And I always appreciate him. And Mr. Franklin, if you're watching, because I do have him on Facebook, and just a big thank you going out to you. It was so cool to be a Sweetwater Mustang. We were lucky back in the days, and guys, I was really blessed to meet this young lady here. And I call her young because I still think I'm young. My wife will disagree with me though. Now, you said, being in choir and, if you would have played instrument, it would have been saxophone, but you actually play guitar now, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I play guitar and piano, actually.
Yes.
Guitar and piano. So I played the piano first, and then when I got into college, I picked up the guitar because, one, I hated lugging the keyboard around, but two, I always wanted to play the guitar, and so I picked it up and started learning how to play it, and learned hundreds and hundreds of songs, and started writing my own songs also too on the guitar, and it kind of went on from there. So I was like, yes, I like this.
Little shout going out to Beverly listening in. She's one of my coworkers, and I had a conversation with her, and you were talking about a little bit a while ago about being that leader in whatever you're doing. And I did a post the other day and I tagged her and she's like, well, I'm not one of the leaders, but I agree with that. And I told her being a leader is not necessarily just the title. It's being that person at work or wherever you're at in sports or anything, being that person that takes it to another level, takes the initiative to know something needs to be done and get it done. You know, so props going out to her. And she said, we love a queen. Nikki Heath is a queen, Now, getting onto the music, I mean, how did you, you're in Dallas now. I know you were coaching in Friendship right there, right next to Lubbock, but you're in Dallas now. And you start up, with your music and now a part of the group, dropping it out there and getting all sorts of recognition with Beyond Destiny. Yes. To the point where you were just nominated and you won the DFW People's Choice for Female Artist of the Year. How, like I'm telling you guys, this lady does not stop. How did you get to that level?
Oh man, it was a pretty nice surprise. I mean, I feel really blessed to get to do, what I do. I still coach and teach, but eventually I want to do my music full time. I want to, go on a worldwide tour and the whole thing. I mean, that's eventually my vision, is to be able to do this, all day, every day, and because I got signed. Later on, I got signed to an independent label. And then when I moved to the Metroplex, I got signed to a management company, Instant Music Solutions. They signed me. And so then they signed me as a solo artist. And then they also signed my band. Yes. Because Beyond Destiny originally was created when I was in Sterling City, which is the school I went to after Friendship. And the band director was my keyboard player. The tennis coach was my drummer. So that's kind of where it actually started. And so then when I moved to the Metroplex, I, found these other guys to play with. And I said, hey, I have a band. I'm looking for this, this, and this. They came, they tried out, and the chemistry, like right off the bat, the chemistry was there. And you know when you know. So when we all started playing together and, writing some songs, and they started, adding their little twist to some of my songs, and just, it was just a perfect storm. It's just a perfect storm. And so then, of course, we started playing all over DFW, and it was so to even like be nominated. There's so much talent in the DFW when it comes to music. There's so much talent, and we've gotten to play with some amazing bands and some amazing artists. And so it's just really incredible to get recognized for that. So we were pretty excited.
Well, I said a while ago, I've called numerous people superstar, but you were the first person all the way in high school back in 1990, 91, somewhere around there. I'm just going to put an estimate because I don't want people knowing exactly how old we are. But back in 90, 91, I called you superstar, and I tell people now, there's been numerous superstars that I've had, but the ones I have called superstar, they've gone on to different levels. Another one is Miss Brie Bagwell from New Mexico, country artist.
I know who she is, Brie Bagwell. Yeah. Yes, I know who she is.
She just barely won for the Texas Regional Radio Awards. She won. She was Female Artist of the Year numerous times, and they barely donned her the award for Female Artist of the Decade. Wow. And I did an interview with her when she came down here to Seattle, and she's like, I don't know if that's something that I need to be proud of or something that's going to make me feel old, but, to be able to get at that level, it makes everything you've worked for all up to this point, you, the band, everybody. I mean, people see Female Artist of the Year and they don't understand, that's the band also, it's a full deal, so props going out to the band out there also.
Yeah, these guys, they're great. My keyboard player's name is Keith Bailey. He plays in his church. He has a great voice. I'm just talented. My drummer's name's Kato. He plays in his church and very talented as well. And then my bass player, his dad was in the music industry, and he's been playing bass since he was like 6 years old. There's just so many different amazing things that these guys have done, and it's been so much fun working with them. And they're, like I said, they're very, very talented.
Yes, yes. You know, we the music we grew up with. I say our generation of music, to me, none can beat it. You know, and me and Rosa went to, a couple of weeks ago, we went to the Babyface concert, and it was and SWV opened up for him, and then he did his whole deal, and he finished the last 30 minutes of his show playing all the songs that he wrote for everybody else, and everybody was shocked because, you know, we knew he wrote for, you know, for Boyz II Men and you know, Tony Braxton, you know, but there were some songs he did and everybody's like, wait, we didn't know he wrote that one, you know, and then of course he finished off having everybody crying because he did it. He said in 1996, I got to write for one of the most amazing artists ever, Miss Whitney Houston, and it was her Shoop song. And he had her face on the screen singing with the clouds behind her, and it was so emotional. Like, it was really cool. But
I love Whitney.
yes,
She's one of my top 5.
yes. I mean, that voice, when Whitney sang, you just stopped and listened, you know.
Yes.
Incredible. To be on his side of it, as far as a songwriter, to have those lyrics come out of your mind and put on a sheet and have somebody sing it or have yourself sing it, to me, that's another way. You know, my wife was like, well, why didn't he just sing all of those songs? I said, because he played it smart. He had his singles, but that at the same time that his Babyface single dropped, also a Boyz II Men single and a Tony Braxton single dropped. And it was all his music. You know, to me, he was running that generation. I remember that the entire Boomerang soundtrack was Babyface. You know, it was,
that soundtrack is amazing too.
Oh, that's one of my favorites. That's one of my favorites. Yep.
Man, there were so many great songs on that soundtrack.
Tony Braxton, Love Should Have Brought You.
No.
But on your side of it, being a songwriter, I mean, have you had that opportunity to have your music, you know, get out there with other artists, or are you trying to reach that, you know, that level?
Yes, of course. You know, I told someone the other day. I mean, I would like to do, you know, what Prince did, what Babyface did.
Yes.
You know, I would like to not only perform my songs and then also write songs for other artists to perform, because I've written. And some people know this, some people don't. I have written all kinds of music, all genres. I've written country, rock, pop, R&B, soul, Christian, contemporary Christian gospel. I have written in almost every genre.
Yes.
So I have so many songs that I see maybe other artists singing, and then some songs that maybe I sing. But yes, definitely, I want to do that for sure.
Yes, that would be amazing. I know Brig Bagwell, she had said. She was part of the Songwriters Association, and she said, you know, they would challenge each other to keep the writing going. And she goes, I've got so many songs in my folder that have not even been touched yet, you know. So, you know, and like you said, Prince, you know, of course, Prince is my favorite, you know, R&B artist out there. Prince, they say, you know, they could probably get his music together and still release music for the next 20 years, as much music as he had.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah, I believe it. That man could write some songs.
Now, coming on your music, I mean, you said it, you've got your rock, Beyond Destiny is rock, soul, R&B, and contemporary Christian. I mean, that's a group of genres that, you know, most people won't see together. But I mean, with the variety of musicians and yourself coming together, I mean, you're able to kind of take it to that level.
Yes, yeah, and it's great because we can do so many variety of genres, like you said, and that actually gets us. We get to do so many different type of shows. Like last month, we did a Hispanic Heritage Festival in Frisco, and we performed La Bamba and Live La Vida Loca and Gloria Estefan. We did, we literally can literally perform anything, any genre. Awesome. We can.
That is awesome,
and that's a testament. One, obviously, because I love all music. Two, my guys in my band, we literally can play anything.
That is awesome. Now I gotta ask because you had a Selena shirt on yesterday when we had
Yes.
talked, and I gotta ask. I mean, have y'all? We went to Bree's concert when she was over here in Seattle, and just for us, I know everybody else looked at her like, "What the hell is she playing?" But just for us, she did a Selena medley. And so me and my wife got up there and started dancing cumbia. Have y'all had it? Have you had the chance to get up there and do Como la Flor or even any of her English crossover tracks? Or
Yeah. Well, actually, they're actually on our list to perform at some point.
yeah,
I want to do Kamala Floor. I want to do like some of her English stuff because, like I said, we get asked to perform in so many different places, and just like the Hispanic festival, we almost did a Como la Flor for that festival, but besides do La Bamba, and so
that would be awesome. Though that would be
but
awesome.
I love Selena. She was so gifted and so talented and just and she was a great person too. She was
Yes.
she was a good person.
Yes,
You could tell you could tell she was a genuine person, and man, that girl could sing.
And that brings you back to what I had said originally with you. You have all this talent, both in sports and in music, but still on the same note, you're still 100% humble and down to earth. You still remember where you came from, and I always tell artists, no matter how big you get, always make sure you stay humble and stay, remember where you came from and the people that got you there and stuff. It's, to me, it makes a big difference. You see some artists out there that as soon as the show's off, they're backstage, they're leaving, and then you see other artists. One of my favorites in the Tejano industry, Stephanie Montiel. You see artists that go out there and, they'll stay 2 hours just to sign autographs and take pictures with everybody, and people really love that. Yes.
That's pretty cool. I think I follow her on Instagram. I think.
Yeah.
I want to say I do follow her.
Yeah.
She seems like she's amazing. I mean, you know her. She
Yeah.
seems like she's amazing.
She is amazing and so very humble. Just barely got inducted in the New Mexico Music Hall of Fame, and then also in the Tejano Roots Hall of Fame. Bree had that opportunity. She got picked up to sing a song with La Energía Norteño. And they're, of course, a Norteño band. And she said, I jumped in the studio thinking, because she's from New Mexico, Las Cruces. She's like, I jumped in there thinking I was going to be, and here's this tall, blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl thinking I'm going to be able to sing Spanish finally. She goes, and like, we took her to eat lunch when she was in Amarillo. We went to La Frontera restaurant. And she, in the middle of the restaurant, she's singing Intocable because it was on the radio. And we're like, wait, what? So she was excited. She thought she was going to sing Spanish. And then they pulled it up and they said, no, we're doing an English song. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you.
Oh, okay,
and she's like, I was happy to do that song. She goes, but they told me we're going to do a Spanish song. So I'm ready, But yeah, I mean, to be open like your band is, I mean, that it does take you to different levels. I would have never thought I would be able to see Bree Bagwell on a Norteño song.
I know.
Yeah.
Right.
But there she is.
That's pretty cool.
Well,
she seems like she's a pretty down to earth person too.
Oh, and that girl, when she gets on stage, she has a song talking about her red boots, and the red boots always get her. If she wears a red boot, she gets in trouble. But she gets on stage. I remember the first time I saw her in Amarillo, she's, going at her guitar, and there was a speaker off the stage, and she jumped off the stage onto the speaker and just jammed out. Everybody's like, wait, whoa. I thought she was going to fall, but she just rocked it out. I know your energy on the court. I've seen you. I've been at the pep rally, seeing you get the spirit stick out there, and that was something else she got, guys. She also got the spirit stick, guys. In Sweetwater, Texas, that means a lot. But does that how does that energy jump into you as far as getting on stage? Do you feel you're?
Oh man, yeah. I put on a great show. And I'm saying that in all humility. No, I put on a great show. When people come to watch us perform, they leave with two things. One, they've had a great time.
Yes.
2, they love our music. 3, they love our energy.
Yes.
4, they want to come back and see us.
That's perfect. I always say, finishing off, whether you're putting an album together or a performance, I always say if you finish off hot, you're making them yearn for more. They're gonna be like, wait, when's the next time you're coming in? If you're putting an album together and your last song is fire, and they're like, wait, I need to hear more. Where's your other album? What else can I hear from you? So yes, I would be exactly the same way. When's the next time you're performing? When do you got some lineups coming up?
So we got a lot. So October 28th, we're doing a Halloween show in Fort Worth at River Bottoms in Fort Worth. It's called the Fall Fest. So it'll start like at 5, but we don't go on until, because we're like co-headliners, so we don't go on until like 10 o'clock. But it's going to be an all-day event. River Bottoms in Fort Worth. We're excited about it. We're going to dress up in costumes and perform and have some fun with it. We're even got like our set list is a mix of our originals as well as some like great songs like Zombie by the Cranberries and Ghostbusters. And so, we're gonna have a lot of fun with it.
Now, my brother-in-law just barely jumped on Juan. He's one of the hottest karaoke hosts in Wichita Falls. Cool. They call him Juan Man. We're trying to come down there and do a show in Wichita Falls. Actually, my manager is trying to set up some shows in Wichita Falls. Perfect. I need to get you in touch with Juan then, because he knows all the hot clubs over there. To be able to get y'all going out there, that would be fire. Any chance of us now over here? I had the opportunity when I first moved over here to I went to a show, didn't even know who I was fixing to see, and then as soon as they said her name, I'm like, OMG, are you serious? And I told my wife, and she's like, wait, what? We got to see Lady A. Now, I know back there was a big old controversy when Lady Annabelle changed her name to Lady A, and a girl was like, wait, I've been Lady A since the 80s. Y'all can't just take my name like that. We saw her live here in Seattle. She's from the area. And man, that girl put on a show. Like, lady, if you watching right now, that had to been one of. We were dancing, and it was cool because it was on the marina, right here in Everett, and people are sitting on their yachts out there watching, and of course, us people that can't afford the yachts were sitting in our chairs on the pier there. But she put on an amazing show. I would love to be able to get you down here, you and the band down here on some of the events that they got during the summer. There's concerts every week out here.
We would love that. We would love that.
Yes.
Definitely.
Between that and like some of the casinos, we've gone to some of the casinos over here, and there's a lot of cover bands over here. But that we've seen a lot of great original artists out here. So if y'all do a flip of both cover and original, I think that'd be crazy over here. That'd be amazing to have y'all.
Yeah, Seattle's usually has a pretty good music scene from what I've been told.
Yes, it's amazing down there. I love it. I'm in heaven over here.
That's cool. Yes, we would love to come play over there. That'd be so much fun.
Now, before we finish off, and guys, I got to tell y'all see me in my Dallas Cowboy jacket and my Dallas Cowboy shirt, and I told Nikki, you know what, my wife was making fun of me because she was like, wait, you're gonna do a show and the Dallas Cowboys are gonna be playing at the same time? I said, that's how much love I got from Miss Nikki Heath. I've been waiting on this interview for 20 years already. But where would you like to see yourself, short term, next 5 years? Where would you like to see yourself and Beyond Destiny? What goals have y'all set for yourselves?
Well, one, we're going to do a world tour for sure. 2, we're going, like I said, I'm with an independent label, but, eventually, hopefully maybe get signed. My manager's currently talking to 2 or 3 major labels, but eventually maybe get signed to a major label. And create my own record label.
Yes.
Where I'm producing and other artists, and where I'm working with other artists. That's where I see the future of Beyond Destiny, as well as myself, is doing that for sure.
Yes, you've got a young lady, Miss Graviela. I call her Gravi, coming in from California, listening in California. So if you ever drop in California, we're going to have to get her over there to see you also.
Yes, I love that.
Now we got on the Tejano industry. There's two bands, Grupo Signo and then Shelly Lades. I know you know Shelly. You know, that have started their own labels and stuff like that. I mean, that's something that a lot of artists are taking to another level. Not only pushing their own music, being able to pull in other artists, other bands out there, and being able to take them to a level. As being a coach and a teacher, as an athlete, I mean, for you to be able to do that for other musicians also and taking them to another level, I mean, how would that feel for you?
You know, I think it's all a part of giving back. You know, giving back to for the opportunities that I've been given. You know, and for the gifts that God has given me, and the gift of music that He's given me, as well as sports and everything else that I've been given the opportunity to do. You know, I think it's important that that we pour into other people. You know, I think it's important that we give back, and that if we can help someone else, follow their dreams and reach their dreams, I think it's important that we do that.
Yes. You know, my grandma, we lost my grandma this last year. And, I was living with grandma when I was in high school, and she was my big motivation and push. She always thought I was either going to be a musician or a singer when I grew up. And I took it to a flip side of it. I, turned into a DJ. And, people tell me, because I've written certain songs, and of course I sing randomly and stuff, but people tell me, well, why don't you do your own stuff? I'm like, you know what? I see myself on a level that I can make dreams happen for somebody else, and especially the young artists that I push out there that doesn't necessarily get the big rotation in mainstream FM radio and stuff like that. We give them a push and get the fan base built to where they can get that mainstream out there. And I was shocked, when first of all, when I won my radio personality of the year. And then when I got inducted in the All-Star Music Awards Hall of Fame, my daughter was joking with me, and she told me, "Does that mean I get to call you old now, Dad?" I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, girl. But
No.
I believe in that wholeheartedly, to be able to give back. The good Lord gave us a gift and a love, a passion for music, so be able to take that to another level with somebody else, I think that's amazing. On the flip side, with the contemporary Christian, do y'all have works coming up, music or an album coming up, gospel or contemporary Christian?
Yeah, we're currently working right now on our album that's gonna come out in the spring. It's rock and soul, but also too, we're working on some contemporary Christian gospel stuff that we're going to be doing. Because we're also, we're getting an opportunity to get a chance to perform in California. We've been we're getting ready to set up some shows in California where it's a place there where they really cater to contemporary Christian gospel music, and they have an outreach program there in LA, in Los Angeles, where they're trying to, do an outreach to the people in the community and in LA, and they want us to come down there and perform. So that'll give us a chance to do our contemporary Christian and our gospel stuff that I've written. So I'm really excited about that.
Well, speaking of LA, it's a small world. And this is the reason I love doing what I love doing. Being in FM radio, I was stuck to being on the antenna in the 30-mile radius. Doing it now with San Antonio's own Big Cheese TC Radio, I'm worldwide. And you just said LA, and I just tagged them. Adeli and Shirley, both of them live in Los Angeles. Adeli is an international Latin artist, and she's barely dropping some tracks on the Tejano side. But they're from Los Angeles out there. If you do make it over there, let me know so I can get you in contact with them, and that would be awesome for y'all to be able to join up a little bit together there too.
That would be great. Yes, thank you so much.
I love it. It's a small world.
It really is. I'm telling you,
Well,
it's crazy.
before I let you go, I'm gonna play the two tracks that you had sent me once we finish up. But kind of give me a little background. The first one I have set up is "Felt That Way," and then "I Want to See You Again" will be the last one that I'll play. Kind of give us a little backstory on both of those.
Okay, I felt that way. You know, I wrote that. Potentially, what it is about. It's about how we as humans, you know, there's certain times in our life where we all feel the same way. You know, whether it's about love or whether it's about, you know, when things aren't going right. And the song really it's uplifting because it talks about how we've all felt that way, but know that there's light at the end of the tunnel, and
Yes.
that you need to believe in yourself and never give up, even though it's gonna get hard. That no matter what happens, that you can survive and that you can rise above it.
Yes.
And so that's pretty much the background of that song, and it's one of our most popular songs. In fact, it's the first song we do. Anytime we do a show, it's our first song we do, and people, they go crazy. They love it.
You know, right now with everything going on, I mean, you got everything going on in Israel. You got stuff going on here in the States with so many different incidents going on, and with the kids. You know, we love social media. If it wasn't for social media, we wouldn't be able to do this right here. But there's so much negative out there. There's bullying and everything, and people feel like they're by themselves. You know, and you know, for you to have a track like that lets everybody know, hey, we've all felt that way. We've all been there. I mean, that's something that people are going to be able to feel, and they're going to be a part of that track. As a songwriter, that's amazing right there.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Let's go ahead and drop that one. I was going to wait until we go ahead and hang up to play these, but let's go ahead and let's go and drop it. Yeah. All right, guys. Once again, this is "I Felt That Way" Beyond Destiny. And I like that.
Day after day, everything seems to fade, it seems to change. I know you felt that way. Nothing seems to go your way. It falls apart and brings us pain. I know you felt that way. 'Cause I know that I felt that way. Yeah, yeah, I felt that way. 'Cause love can make you wanna see, make you smile but make you scream. I know you felt that way.
Mm. Now you were talking about Prince. That guitar line, man. That guitar player is getting it. I love it. You know, that's one of those songs. I used to be the lead vocalist at Trinity Fellowship there in Plainview, Texas. I could actually hear us singing one of those at Trinity.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we performed that at many churches. Yeah.
You know, that, I mean, it just lifts you up. It's that inspirational song that says you're not by yourself. Everything you've gone through, somebody else has gone through. There's people to talk to. You know, I was a guest speaker a while back at a suicide awareness program that we had put on there in Amarillo, and I really spelt it out. I told the kids, you know, back in 92, 93, I was done. I was completely done. And if it would if it wouldn't have been for the good Lord watching over me, I wouldn't have my kids right now. I wouldn't have the life that I have right now. And I didn't know none of that was going to happen, you know, so you never know. You know, so I love that track right there. Your voice, Gravi was like, man, your voice is amazing. She loved it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We got also Tejano superstar Rick Balderrama, amazing trumpet player, songwriter, artist, out there jamming all his music out there. He's on also listening in also. Thank you so much, brother. You know, with all the different genres that you're able to do with the band and everything, is there a collab that, I mean, any artist out there that you like, that's your dream, you want to be able to do a collab with that artist? I'm gonna put it out there.
She's not here anymore, but Tina Turner was one of my favorite artists of all time. Tina Turner.
And I was gonna tell you, I hear that Tina growl in there when you're singing, when you start hitting those high notes out there.
Thank you. No, Tina, of course, you know, if she was here, oh my goodness, that'd be amazing. But I think, you know, for the one that's people that are here now, I would love to collaborate with. Most likely, probably, I think it'd be really cool to do a song with Toni Braxton. I think it'd be great to do a song with Mariah Carey.
Oh yeah, that would be amazing.
She's a great songwriter too. So
yes.
And Dolly Parton.
Oh, Dolly would be amazing. I saw Dolly is gonna do. Dolly's gonna be there in Dallas, girl. You need to make sure you hook it up. She's doing the halftime show for the Dallas Cowboys for Thanksgiving.
I saw that recently. I said, "Are you serious? That's crazy."
Oh man,
she's amazing.
We need to hook it up.
She's one of the greatest songwriters of all time.
You know, I had a friend of mine that says, you know, she did a post and she said, nobody's going to push you as much as you do, and nobody's going to make steps for you as much as you can. So if you have a dream, especially when it comes to dealing with other artists, tag them every chance you get and make sure they know that ambition is out there, because, you know, they would never know, you know. And I know there's so many artists out there that are so humble that they'll be like, let's do it, you know, let's do it, you know.
You're right. I need to start tagging them. You're right. Yes. I do, because you never know. You really never know.
Let them know, you know, if, you know, we do a collab together, I might, you know, we can hit the chord also, and I'll teach you a 3-pointer or something like that.
There you go. That'd be perfect.
Is there any, you know, because you do the flip side on country also, is there any artist, country artist, female, male, that you had ever thought, man, I really love their flow, I'd like to be able to jump on one of their tracks also? I mean, there's so many different countries kind of gone completely flipped from what we were, you know, back in the days. But is there an artist maybe that you thought of?
Casey Musgrave.
Oh, like yes.
I like her. We went to her show there. Was it at Toyota Music Factory? So we got to hear her. It was a great show. I like Casey Musgrave.
Yes, that would be amazing.
And then I also like Marion Morris.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, I can hear that blend right there. What would you like to say to all your followers, not only of yourself, your students out there, you know, that's been, you know, kids don't understand, you know, they think, you know, we're teaching them, we're leading them, but kids don't understand, my kids are my rock. you know. They don't understand, you know. But what'd you like to say to all your followers, your fans, new fans that you just get, you know, gained today? What'd you like to say to all of them out there?
I like to say, you know, number one, you know, if you have a dream, know that you're gonna have to work for it. It's not gonna be given to you, and never, don't let anyone keep you from your dream. Don't let anyone tell you that it can't be done. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it.
Yes.
Because throughout this life, there are so many people that are negative.
Yes.
I don't believe in negativity.
Yes.
I believe that if you're willing to work hard, that you truly can get anything that you want in this life. If you're willing to work hard, if you're willing to put the time in, if you're willing to, make the sacrifice of, you know, like you said, if sports, spending time in the gym. If it's music, you spending time on your craft. You have to be able to work. You have to be willing to work hard for it, and know that it can happen. You just got to believe in yourself, and you got to be willing to push yourself, and you can't let anyone stand in your way.
Exactly. I mean, guys, this young lady, I told y'all, everything she's put her mind to doing, she's done. So be ready within the next couple of years to see a collab with Dolly Parton and Nikki Heath, because she already put in her words. Since high school, it's been her attitude. I've seen it. I've seen her in practices. I've seen her in the games, you know, leading the Lady Mustangs. I've seen her in the games with the Lady Raiders. I mean, everything you put your mind to, you've done, you know, so that's a perfect testament out there. I love that. I love it. Think about it, do it, and complete it, you know, complete the story. You know, who would have thought, I was joking around with you the other day, who would have thought, you know, band nerd me, and, you know, here I am, I get to interview all these different artists, including yourself, and this is a highlight for me.
It's a highlight for me too. That's what I was telling you. I said, Karaoke Joe? What?
Oh man, that's funny. You know, you never know. I mean, when they told me I was being inducted in the Hall of Fame, and then I had a friend of mine that's in the industry, and he's like, "You are going to be inducted into the Hunter Roots Hall of Fame. I see it in the near future." I mean, I told him, "Dude, that's something that I would have never ever thought of," you know. But
Right.
yeah, make it happen. You know, think about it and make it happen out there. How are people able to get your music out there?
Yeah, we are. They can find us everywhere. Actually, we're on Spotify, we're on iTunes, Apple Music, and of course on our website. You know, they can go listen there. But any of those streaming platforms, they can find our music. We are everywhere. Even Pandora. You know, you say Beyond Destiny or Nikki Heath, and it'll pull up some of our songs on Pandora. So yeah, we're everywhere, which is great.
Perfect.
And you know, like I said, we're working on a new album right now, and pretty soon, in about another month, we're gonna release a new single, because this third single, after the two you just, you know, that I sent to you recently, we're gonna release another single in the next month off of the album. So be looking for that as well.
Perfect. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to try scheduling up when she does the album release. I would like to do like we did with Stephanie, and do a full album release on it out here, and just give y'all a little teaser of all the tracks out there and everything. I think that'd be cool to be doing. Yes.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Because you're in San Antonio, right?
Well, I'm in Seattle now.
You're in Seattle,
but the radio station is in Seattle. I mean, in San Antonio. In
San Antonio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're out there in the heartland out there. It's funny, when I moved up here, everybody thought I was still in Texas, you know, until I announced I was in Seattle. They're like, wait, it's modern technology. I love it. My studio is, you know, can be anywhere.
That's true. That's true.
I love it. Well, when y'all do get some merchandise, I saw you had posted a picture the other day. Somebody had one of your T-shirts on.
On our website, they can buy merch. We have everything from hats, T-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies. We give out wristbands at our shows. We have it all. So they can just go onto our website and go to the shop, and they can buy merch.
Well, I'm already gonna tell you, I'm gonna order a cap. I love my caps, so I'm gonna order a cap. And if you could throw an autographed picture of a throwback picture of a special Lady Raider out there, I think that'd be awesome to have right here in the studio hanging up.
Of course, I'll put one in there. That's cool.
That would be quick. Well,
pretty cool.
thank you again for your time. I know you're a big sports fanatic also, so I imagine you're probably ready to go watch the Dallas Cowboys also.
Thank you for having me, Joe. I really appreciate it.
This is this, like I said, I mean it. It's a career highlight because ever since high school, you've been one of my favorites, and I've been a huge fan of yours. And to be able to get you on my show finally and talk about your music and talk about you personally also is just something I've been wanting to do for a while.
Yeah, and on our website, it has our tour schedule, has our show schedules on our website as well. So
Perfect.
They can see where we're going to be. Currently my manager's trying to set up some shows in Abilene, Lubbock, Amarillo.
Perfect.
The West Texas area, Midland, Odessa, those areas as well. And like I said, eventually, we've been to all different states, so we'll go wherever.
We're in Amarillo, the spot to be for like all the rock bands and country bands that go. The spot for them to be at is Hoots. Hoots is a big place. They have an amazing stage, crowd set up, big old dance floor. I mean, bands go to Hoots and they pack the house out there. So that would be an awesome place for y'all to go out there.
Thank you.
Yes, no problem. Well, as we close off, I'm going to go and play I Want to See You Again. And again, thank you so much for joining me. And I'm so very proud of you. Continue doing what you're doing. And this award for Female Artist of the Year is going to be, there's going to be a lot more coming your way. I can already see it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm proud of you too, by the way.
Thank you. Little old Joe. Well, thank you so much. Have a great evening and go Cowboys.
All right. See you later. Thank you.
All right, guys. Once again, this is Karaoke Joe coming to you straight from San Antonio's very own Vic G's TC Radio. We're going to drop it out. I Want to See You Again. Beyond Destiny. Once again, guys, thank y'all so much for joining me out there. Beyond Destiny, Nikki Heath. I like that breakdown.
And I wanna touch you again. And I wanna love you again. And when the night comes down, I wanna see you again.
right, guys. Once again, a big thank you going out to Nikki Heath, national champion, coach, artist. This girl does it all out there, guys. It's a huge honor to be able to have her on the show out there. Thank y'all so much for joining me out there. Make sure y'all get out there to her website. Get her music out there. Request her on all your favorite stations out there, guys. And let's get her music out there. Again, thank y'all so much for joining me. This is Karaoke Joe coming to you straight from San Antonio's very own Vic G's TC Radio. Pura vida, baby. Go Cowboys. I almost forgot that part.